Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at Riot platforms, and it's a request from one of the followers, and again anyone can make such requests, and I do try to cover them all, especially if they have at least some sort of a possible setup going on. If not, yeah, I may discuss that and mention that directly, but in this case we are looking at what is indeed a pretty bad looking chart, and I can even count to the downside an impulse here in the long time frame, and then this could be a wave 2 up, so we would have a 1-2 setup, and now we could head to new all-time lows in the third wave to the downside, and yet we may be even going near zero in this case. But overall we do have the levels of resistance in red, and we did even interact with them a few times here, and in this area it does seem to provide some resistance and to be relevant, but overall I would be very careful in this chart in any time frame I would be looking at, and very skeptical overall. But still I can look at it and provide some possible ideas that we can track for upside in this case. And firstly, and yeah, this would be the simple one, the nice bullish case, where we would follow the yellow scenario in which we would have a 1-2-1-2 setup, but the probability for it to actually be the yellow scenario are quite low, because we broke here in the wave 2, in the second wave 2, below the expected support level for such a wave 2, and yeah, in this case the levels would be down to around $5, and yet we broke quite a bit below it. Let's leave it at that. But overall we are also tracking to the upside the white scenario, and this is my much preferred scenario to the upside over the yellow interpretation, and in this we would have an A wave completed to the upside. In this case we would then have a B wave down, and we would be tracking the C wave to new highs, maybe even over the A wave top here. And yeah, if we did indeed bottom in the B wave, in this case in white, I would expect an ideal target for the C wave of $509. That is actually quite ridiculous, but that's what the levels say. The structure, what would I call that, the proportions, that's what the proportions would suggest. But I wouldn't be surprised if even if we do go higher in the wave C, that we stop at the 61.8% retracement at $74.4, or at the 78.6%. Sorry, I said retracement, I meant extension. But yeah, also the 78.6% extension at 173. Those are all very possible levels that the wave C could reach and even stop at. But before we even get there, we need to get the completion of the B wave confirmed, and so far we haven't done that. We can say we completed a wave 1 to the upside, but this would be a diagonal pattern, so it would be an ABC structure in each of the subwaves of this wave C. And in this case I can say the likelihood that we did actually bottom here in this wave B is increasingly decreasing, due to the fact that we would be tracking a diagonal. Those are less likely to play out overall. But yeah, assuming it completed, we can look here at this pattern where we completed a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and now we are tracking the third wave to the upside. And in this third wave, what we would be looking at now could be only a 1-2-3 here, 1-2-3, and then we could find support in the fourth wave. I think the fourth wave would extend still even lower. In this case, let me draw it really briefly. So to the 61.8% retracement, the wave 4 could go down to around $10.20, and then we can go directly higher, complete the fifth, and then we could have a much more actually reliable setup to trade. But for now we have an A wave up, all we can say, and we are tracking a B wave to the downside. Again, not a very likely setup, not a probable idea to trade necessarily. And yeah, the support zone is between $10.85 down to around $7.50. But keep in mind and be very careful on this chart, because we could very easily reset this B wave. The setups are not the greatest, but if you intend to trade on this chart, you do have these levels, although yeah, the overall chart structure is very risky. But anyway, these are the levels, this is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. Until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.